What's going on, true believers? It is Friday, and you know what that means. It's shorts get wrecked day. The FBI just issued a warning that said there's an increase in the amount of scammers who are trying to take your crypto money. And if you send me your seed phrase, I'll tell you who they are. Bitcoin's facing resistance somewhere around 64,000, but guess what? It can't get over 63 for any length of time. So I think those people are a little bit wrong, just a little bit. And there's $540 million in calls today for Ethereum. Now, if they survive that, we're going to see a 5K Ethereum, and that might lead to 5,500, which could lead to 6,000, which could lead to phase 2, and we might just see things start going crazy. The flippening, can it happen? It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways.
All right, guys, let's get into the real deal. CoinGecko has us trading at $2.845 trillion off of 160 billion in volume. With a volume like that, we're going to expect things are going to start to decline just a little bit. There was about $1 billion extra that went into Tether holding in the last 24 hours as well, just like yesterday. So here we are. Bitcoin's at 61,511. Everybody's telling me resistance is at 64 and 65, but it can't get past 63. So let me tell you what that means. It means the resistance is 63. So shut up. Ethereum has the calls today, 540 million, which means that if they survive this call day and the shorts get absolutely wrecked, then that means we'll see 5,000 Ethereum, 5,500 Ethereum through the night. When China wakes up, when the Asian world gets up, we're going to see a crazy number if it all goes right. But as you start to go down this list, here's what you're going to see. Terra is up 6.7%. Chainlink is up 5.9%. If you have your money in blockchain right now, you're feeling pretty happy. ICP is up 13.6 in the 24-hour. Crypto.com up 24%. Phantom 11%. I'm out of that, by the way, but I was in for a while. GRT is up 8.6%. Who does that? Like, guys, come on. Dex Tools doesn't even work properly, and GRT is going up. What the... what's that word? Fuss? Maybe. Arweave continues to absolutely soar. It's up 10% on the day, and as we go down this list, you're going to start to see a lot of green. Bitcoin Cash, if anybody's... There was a bogus report that came out about Bitcoin Cash, which caused a huge spike very quickly, which is why it's up 10%. But guess what? It was all fake. So the price is going back down right now, and you're in the middle of it at this moment. Kadena, 18.6%. Don't know what's up with that. But there we are. So the FBI has issued a warning about scammers, which means they finally have taken notice. Bitcoin has its resistance, and Ethereum might just get sent today. So cross your fingers. This might be a big day for all of us. Moving on. All right, guys, HokkFi, we don't have a number for you because it was delayed just a little bit, the launch of the new token. But there is an important announcement. There is a plan B for people who did not submit their tokens in time. They are working right now on a solution for those of you who just were not in Telegram or wherever it is. Also, there was a line of code that they didn't agree with in the smart contract launch, so that's going to be fixed. That's going to be audited, and then the launch will be coming shortly, and you are going to know about it first if you follow them in Telegram and come to this website as soon as it's available. They are going to post it, and it's a brand new token for all anybody knows, and it's HokkFi. There's going to be a lot of people involved, so prepare for this thing to get sent very, very quickly. Moving on. All right, Sanshu, this is day 3, and I've had people texting me constantly about what am I talking about? What am I saying is going to go on with Sanshu? Why am I saying that this was the great buy opportunity? Well, here it is. You're up 59% on the day, trading at 84.47, and as you start to pull out here, and as any baby mama knows, you hate the pull out method, but if you pull it out, we're looking at a huge number coming. Now remember, this right here, that's not the top. That's just the mid line where there's some resistance on the upside and on the downside. And guys, I have been telling you this for a long time, that once you bounce here and you bounced a little bit higher, that you're going to get sent and you're going to start rolling up this way. And here we are. It's starting to happen. Now, guys, this doesn't happen unless you get out and you shill your product. But there is an opportunity right now for at least a 3x. But people got to know that you exist. There's a call coming just a little while. I think. Let me get everybody a time. I am sure of it. That chat is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 a.m. Eastern. So we'll see you there, and we'll see you then. Moving on. All right, Floki Vikings, the rule is Floki go up, Floki go dip, and that's just about it. And it looks like this dip might be over pretty soon. Now, if you want to pull sticks out and you want to do it, then you're going to see this level of support right here. So, you know, you might pop down around here, hopefully catching 2,600 with your bounce, and then getting right back up here to the 3,600. This is all going to depend, I think, on Ethereum today, because Ethereum, I believe, has big things in the pipe. The bounce on it is supposed to be pretty big. We'll see if it is. If it is, then prepare for a pretty big number by this time later tonight. And you're already popping back up. So 27,105, that's down 17% on the day, but I don't think that's anything to worry about, because at one point we were talking about 36,000. So good job, guys. Do we have anything happening with announcements? There is a marketing update today at 1 p.m. Central Time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern. So buy the rumors, sell the news. You know what's happening. This is Floki. Moving on. By the way, I ain't sold anything yet. All right, Wolfpack, trading at 9,076. I feel like I say that almost every day anymore. We're trading at the 9,000 level. It just seems that that's where the accumulation is most of the time. We're down 1% to the previous day. But guess what? The other day I said the volume is down just a little bit at 28 million, that the resistance is still there, that there's bears pushing down. You'll notice these big sticks right here, these big sticks. For this whole time have been 52A1 that had been selling off. There were a few more that had sold off some big chunks. And what happens? I'm waiting all night long for one of those to buy even more Saitama. And what happens? I fall asleep. And when I fall asleep, boom goes the dynamite. So I missed that dip, but I picked up 200 billion on this one. So that's definitely a good thing. But the volume is $42.8 million. Now, I had a discussion with you about how the volume would trend and you know what could happen. In order to, you're gonna have to maintain $44 million of daily volume in order to burn 500 trillion tokens per month, meaning 1 quadrillion every 2 months. Now, the volume was somewhere in the 80s a couple days ago, so that means that everything was happening a whole lot faster. It was in the 60s, so everything was speeding up just a little bit. But we got to get $44 million worth of volume every single day. And if that continues to happen and this continues to churn the way that it is, then that resistance is going to stop very soon, and we're going to go way back up, way back again. So stay faithful. Make sure that you keep your bag packed, because Saitama is continuing to accumulate, and it's going to move again. If you look here and you look at all this, you look here, you look at all this, it's the exact same thing. Little consolidation here, and then we're going to be ready for a leg up, followed by down, another leg up, consolidation, and then up here. And this is happening in the course of a couple days. So guys, it's just repeating itself. And if I need to go back here and remind you, it's just repeating itself. And if I need to go back here and remind you, it's just repeating itself over and over and over again. So we'll see you at the finish line. Moving on. All right, Kishu, trading at 5807. You are back in the support channel, and we are getting to the point where Ethereum is about to make a move. So it looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, that you've got a long trend here. Your number of holders continues to increase, but it looks like you've got a long trend, and that long trend is going to end somewhere around 13,120. You didn't hear it from me. There might be a little bump in the road. This right here shows that you had that little test and didn't complete it, but this bounce right here put you way up into this channel and got you to the top. Then you had this bounce which ended with a test pump, which is probably what's going to happen today, taking you to around 6,000, maybe consolidating at that level for a short period of time, just like the consolidation at 37.38. Then you're going to get this big bounce right here. It's very possible, by the way, because of the circumstances regarding today and Ethereum, that big bounce is just going to happen. But remember, history always repeats itself. So when you're looking at this, you're looking at this down, you're looking at this test before it goes back up. So it could be a little bit longer and a lot higher when it comes. But as you can see right here, history constantly repeats itself. And guess what? It's going to repeat itself again, and you're going to be up about 3x from where you are right now. Trading at 58.07, that's up 23% to the previous day. Remember, this dip got really low, and you are back within the support channel, so that's a very good sign. Moving on. All right, StarLink troopers. So you are still in the flag pattern, and to be fair, I couldn't have called this any better so far. It doesn't mean that it's going to hold up. Some of this support may not. Like, I may be just a little bit off, but I think that this is going to descend right here, and I think that your liftoff time, if I'm reading this completely correct, right here is where we make that decision, and that looks like it's going to be 10 a.m. on November 6th. So there's going to be a moment here where everything is going to move either to the downside or the upside. So if there's some good news that's happening over the weekend, then that's really going to propel everything towards that upside. But as we're going through this channel, like, that's one of the things that you're looking for. So let's hope that everything looks just perfect and you get some kind of update. Johnny Utah, I'm looking at you. Get some kind of good update to propel this forward, because if it goes forward like this, then that means that you will break out of this small descending pattern and you will be running right back up. And with this line right here, then you're probably going to hit a pretty high number. Remember that test number that you got of 7,000 the other day? How about if you consolidate at 7,000? That's what you're looking like if you continue the way that it's going. So good game, guys, and hope to see it play out that way. Moving on. All right, guys, we're in that buy the rumor, sell the news phase for Boss Token. You guys are up 15% to 39.38, and guess what? You got a call coming in 5 hours and 49 minutes, which means at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, there will be a call. I assume it's going to be with zero waiting. I assume that it's going to be awesome, that there's going to be an announcement had. So get your bag packed, because it looks like there's something good brewing. And it continues to go up right now. So make sure you guys are paying attention, because you're now over 10,000 hodlers, and that is a significant increase over the last few days. Something's going on. Moving on. All right, guys, I don't want to get off the rant here, but if earlier you heard me joke with you about sending your seed phrase, don't send me your seed phrase. By the way, there is a wallet down there. If you ever want to make a contribution, by all means, go ahead. But don't send me your seed phrase. That was a joke. Please don't take these things serious. The FBI is warning the people that there is an increase in the number of scammers. And do not ever give anybody your seed phrase unless you want them to have access to your wallet. And if you give it to somebody that you don't know, they will take everything from you. That's the way crime works. So please be very careful. That being said, today there's $540 million that is going to the calls today, and the level of calls to puts I think was about evenly divided. And with the market sentiment being what it is, if the bears were going to win and we were going to see a pushed down price, then what we probably would have seen would have been the bears completely motivated to push the price all the way down and to probably do it overnight and to get it in early, because when you start to see a dip, one of the things that you see with the Asian market and the early European market is you will see that cascade to get that price down so that everybody can settle up early in the day and not take that loss. But it looks like the bulls are holding everything up right now. So we are probably going to see a very big move from Ethereum to about that $5,000 level. And if it can blow past support and people get excited, you're going to see 5,500 or 6,000. We're not going to flip Bitcoin at this point unless something crazy happens. But you're going to start to see, hopefully, a big move tonight, and that extends to all of the meme coins, because once these guys are fatted calves and they start to take their profit and they start to pull it back out, then they're going to be looking for places to put their money, and it's going to be altcoins, it's going to be meme coins, which means that some of us are just going to blow up, most probably, through the weekend. It may even be some of us that we don't even see or know about yet, but it's coming. And I think that we might be right here where we have a really good weekend. So hopefully it's a good weekend to be had for all. But you got to go out and you got to tell people that you have the product. You got to make sure that you engage with people on Twitter, on StockTwits. You got to do the things that you've got to do in order to let people know that your product exists. Go find yourself some influencers. Give them some money and have them help you spread the word. If you're a dev, that's how you do it. That's my time. Let's have a good weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go.